Hi everyone. My name is Jerry Wise, and I have been in the people helping professions for 45 years, helping people to get their family of origin out of them. That dysfunctional family origin that has been invading them for years. This video is narcissistic parents, how to actually outsmart them. And one of the first things we want to begin to take a look at, and I want you to stay with me today, I'm going to go through 5 different ways that we can outsmart them. But they're not going to be what you're normally used to, but they are effective. First of all, and this is before I get into the first one, I want to talk about we definitely have to stop playing by their rules. And oftentimes when I help adult children of narcissists or those who are struggling with narcissistic family members, they come to me for coaching or for program work, and they're operating on the rules set by the narcissist. And here would be an example of the playing by their rules. And I call it the get back plan. They smear me, I smear them. They get angry with me, I get angry with them. They say mean things to me, I try to help them see the truth and say mean things or truthful things to them in a mean way. That's the get back plan. But that's their rules of how to operate in the family. And so many times they are not effective. There are many other rules as well, and I discuss those in other videos and in the program. There are many other rules that we play by that are their rules, not our rules. They're dysfunctional rules. So instead of playing by their rules, we want to start playing by our rules. But many people I work with don't have their rules. They haven't developed their own rules or ways of looking at things. And this is the process of focusing on self-differentiation. And that's number 1. And it's so interesting because so many people would say, well, aren't you just teaching adult children of narcissists to become more narcissistic themselves? Oh, no. You can't teach narcissism in that way. I don't think that's how mental illness works. But I do believe you can become more self-differentiated, which is actually an anti-narcissism. It's paradoxically an anti-narcissism. So what do I mean by self-differentiation? Self-differentiation is the skill and process of asserting your needs, preferences, the boundaries that you have, despite strong pressure to conform to harmful norms, harmful expectations, harmful demands, and harmful behaviors of your family and any relationship system. If you focus on yourself and your own well-being, your own health, your own values, your own needs, your own wants, your own boundaries, your own beliefs, that's anti-narcissistic. And I discuss that a lot in many videos. What we want to do is we want to mature healing beyond the narcissistic abuse. And we need to mature ourselves beyond just either going no contact, but at least focusing on self-differentiation. And again, even if there is no contact, we don't want to lose the important reality that we need self-differentiation, because that's the continued healing process that we did not learn growing up. Going no contact can provide a relief, or if you set boundaries or you limit contact or low contact, I'm for all those things, and they all can be appropriate tools in our arsenal in dealing with narcissistic family members. But no contact is not the same as gaining self-differentiation. They are not the same thing. And so we need both. And most of the time when people go no contact, I tell them, be sure to work on your self-differentiation, or you will just have no contact while still playing by their rules and their dysfunctional family life. But you just won't have contact. And then that dysfunction just goes on in our relationships and at work and every place else. Asserting your needs, being yourself, while not absorbing the toxicity or living by the expectations or demands of others. Number 2, how are we going to outsmart narcissistic parents? Learn to be self-focused, not other-focused. I worked with codependents for many decades, and that codependency is a focus on others and not a focus on self. The more we focus on ourselves, we will focus less on others. By the way, I don't mean less compassion, less caring, less empathy. Actually, I think it increases if you increase self-focus. All of those good things increase. And so we want to learn to be self-focused and not other-focused, internally and mentally. For example, like staying out of their feelings, staying out of their thoughts, and staying out of their inner dialogues. Most adult children of narcissists will often come and all they're doing is just operating within the other person's thoughts, dialogues, and feelings. They're all meshed up with them. And we want to get away from that mess or enmeshment. Number 3, build inner boundaries. Whenever I say inner boundaries on any video or any discussion, I'm talking about the healthy sense of detachment. Learning to detach is essential for outsmarting a narcissist. The greater the detachment, the greater the freedom for intimacy, true connection to those whom we choose. The greater detachment you have, the greater you actually can connect or have intimacy. Too much closeness reduces intimacy. Too much distance reduces intimacy. A healthy balance of togetherness and separateness produce the best foundation for intimacy with other people. Number 4, resisting manipulations, toxic behavior, and abuse. We build our external boundaries as well as our internal boundaries. And we learn and practice greater intolerance for toxic and abusive behavior. So many times people have come to me with a learned malignant normalcy. They won't even truly see how they're being abused. They really don't see it. I'm not saying they like it, and I'm not saying they feel comfortable, but they're not truly aware of it and don't see it with clarity or with reality. And so we want to resist manipulations, toxic behaviors, and abuse. And external boundaries are important for doing that. And when we start to experience some abuse or toxic behaviors, etc., our inner gyroscope or GPS should start saying, eek, this is bad. This is not good. Do not accept this. You need to move away or set a boundary. But if that doesn't go off, then we'll just kind of endure the abuse and not be happy and then wait for the next time for it to happen. So we want to learn to build external boundaries and resist manipulations, abuse, and toxic behaviors of others. Fifthly, calmness is everything. If there's anything that outsmarts a narcissist, if there's anything that outsmarts a dysfunctional family, calmness will do it. By the way, I didn't say compliance. I didn't say codependency. I didn't say giving up. I said calmness is everything. I can dislike something while remaining calm. And I practice that. And I think it can be practiced because we want to reduce our triggerings to upsetness with something, to reactivity with something, to anxiety about something. We want to reduce those triggers and work to stay calmer. Because when you work to stay calmer, you will think more. Generally, you will feel less, which is good in these situations. I'm not against feelings. I think feelings are very important. But in abusive relationships, feelings are not the best thing to have. Thinking is the best thing to have. When we are upset, when we're reactive, when we are anxious, that pushes the togetherness force or enmeshment together, and it eliminates detachment. So when I'm upset, when I'm reactive, when I'm anxious, I could even add when I'm worrying, over worrying, when I'm over fretting, when I'm obsessing, that's enmeshing me to someone. And we want to learn to have greater detachment in which we can let that go and remain more calm. Do you become more calm overnight perfectly? Well, no, we've learned this and learned not to be calm. But the greater the ability to stay calm, I think there's exponential benefits from that. I hope this has been a help to you. If you'd like to learn more about these ideas and concepts, I have a program, The Road to Self. You can find that down in the description. I think you'll find it a very, very helpful training for you. Many people have been happy about the training. Read the testimonials. Read them. Not one of them is made up. They are all real people sending their own real testimonials about the program. And I've been getting these testimonials for 40 years. So I already know the proof of its worth. In fact, even in my own life, how much it has improved my own life. Because you wouldn't have known me 45 years ago. I want to thank you for watching today. Please subscribe, like, comment on this video. Thanks for joining me today and have a great day. And be wise.